Sadly, yes. It took me almost 8 to 9 months to be diagnosed with Lyme disease. And as we all know, the longer it sits in you, the more severe it becomes. It was to the point where my nerves were being affected, my joints. And it's a great masquerader. It poses as many different diseases. So to actually catch Lyme when it's blooming and test positive is not an easy thing. Well, this is a perfect partnership because I am a huge advocate for home, as we all know, and Lyme disease awareness. Terminix has now created a tick defend system, which is creating barriers of protection around your home. Over 75% of all Lyme disease cases are contracted around the house, nearby the house. So this is a wonderful new introduction of additional protection that we can take towards fighting Lyme disease. I wish it were available a decade ago, so I don't have it anymore. Beyond that, the Global Lyme Alliance is a great group that provides a lot of information, education, and research about Lyme disease itself if you have contracted it. But don't contract it. Get the Terminix Defend system. That's first step. Protect yourself first. If you get it, inform yourself next. Absolutely. With the Terminix Defend system, tick defend system, they will be giving 10% of all proceeds to the Global Lyme Alliance, and visiting the Global Lyme Alliance as well is a great way to donate and inform yourself about what we're doing to increase awareness around the world about a disease that's taking almost 300,000 people a year in our country alone. I can't imagine what it is globally, but it is becoming quite the epidemic, and it isn't something you want. Believe me, I know. Yeah, I mean, I knew I was going to be a designer for the rest of my life by the time I was 17. I never really saw design as a hobby. I think at 17, 18, you're geared to be a canon and figure out what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And I had that moment with design in one course that I had taken at a small liberal arts school in Portland, Oregon. It was a graphic design course. And I was like, this is what I do. I can put the whole picture together. I'm the conductor of the orchestra. I may not be the illustrator, I may not be the painter, but I see the big picture. And that parlayed itself into interior design much later when I came and studied in New York. Got my degree, and did I know I was going to be on television? No, because there was no television show with designers on it before Trading Spaces. So it was definitely a movement that I didn't know I was helping create, but was definitely a part of. Well, I was a designer working at MTV for many years. I say many, I should say a couple years. I was in my early 20s. And I grew up doing interior design with my family in houses in and around Minneapolis. It became an opportunity for me maybe about 23, 24, and they were making this little design show for cable television, as we called it back then, on a channel called TLC, and would I try out? And I did, along with 5,000 other people, and they chose 6 of us. And off we were, shot into the, I don't know, not the atmosphere, that's where we are right now, off into space. And 20 years later, here I am in 22 lifestyle shows later. Gosh, I've done them all over the world at this point. From Netflix to Bravo, and I have a new show debuting in 2 days on Bravo. It's been quite a life. I'm very grateful and did not plan it this way. It just spontaneously happened. Am I a hard worker? Yes. Design doesn't happen in an office. It doesn't happen at a certain time. It doesn't happen from 9 to 5. It doesn't happen with or without people. It happens when the inspiration hits, and that can be anywhere from eating a bowl of soup at your favorite Thai restaurant to traveling to Jordan. It's something that you have to constantly feed your inspiration. Where and how it happens is not prescribed, and that's the beauty of creativity. It doesn't have a schedule. Well, first and foremost, the Lyme Disease Awareness Month is in 2 days, May, so I am working with Terminix at the moment, which I'm very excited about because Lyme disease is something very personal to me that I would like to grow much more awareness about to help find a cure someday. Also, I just finished my latest series on Bravo called Best Room Wins. That'll be launching Tuesday, or no, May 1st, Wednesday evening. So everybody has to tune in. It's been an eventful year, packed full of lots of new designs, products coming out in the fall as well, new rug collections and wallpaper collections. Just go to my Instagram, you'll find out what's happening. When I have free time, when is that? When I have free time, I'm also a mother, did I mention that? Travel is my favorite form of escape. I like to leave the country, leave the language, leave all the senses, and have a new palette to smell, taste, listen to, and see. I like to get quiet. I'm very much an extrovert, so I like to shut down and go inside. That's where the artist lives, and that's where I get my fuel. For more information, first and foremost, go to Terminix.com. You want to protect yourself, your family, your pets from contracting Lyme disease first. Second, the Global Lyme Alliance, which 10% of all proceeds from Terminix's tick defense system will go to, is a great place to get education and research information about the disease itself.